electrical contracting. Here's Hayes Carline.
Good morning and welcome to Playoff Football. Hayes Carline here with E.T. Aaron Williams engineering for us and Dylan Denmark making it happen at 1010XL headquarters. E.T., we're here at Tailgaters. What a morning. They've already got the signage up here, by the way. 2025 AFC South champions.
I can respect that.
It is all over here at Tailgaters. Very, very cool stuff on what should be an outstanding day here in Jacksonville.
Oh, I can respect that. I mean, we're champions, so we might as well let it be known, right? I love the way that they already have that up, because as our fans come in here and they'll see and they will be reminded that we run the South.
That's right. Absolutely. We've got an outstanding show lined up for you. We're going to hear from several notable players. Foyer Oluokun, the Jaguars' leading tackler, inside linebacker. You're going to hear from him. Parker Washington, the team's top receiver. You're going to hear from Parker Washington. We'll get to Brenton Strange as well, the talented tight end. And safety Antonio Johnson, 5 interceptions on the season, pick 6 last week. We'll hear from Antonio Johnson. Voice of the Jaguars, Frank will join us in our next segment. And we'll talk Bills right at 9 o'clock with Lance. Lance covers the Bills for the Buffalo News. So lots to get to on the Terminix Kickoff show, and we're certainly thrilled to be here. Look, here we go. It's 12-5 Buffalo versus 13-4 Jacksonville. The 6 seed is the 3 seed. The Jaguars enter with an 8-game win streak to clinch the division. They did that last week in the win over the Titans. E.T., the city has really rallied around this team. It has been awesome to watch throughout the week, and I know you had an extraordinary Friday. Tell us all about it.
Oh, man, Friday was crazy. So last week we blitzed the bank where we were able to give out about 150 tickets to our Jaguars fans. So we kind of piggybacked off of that with the Jaguars. We partnered with them, and we did a playoff prowl where we hit 5 different locations throughout the city, and we're giving away swag and, just kind of getting the fans ready for this Sunday's matchup. And it was crazy. We had 5 locations starting at 8 o'clock at Sonati's. And from there, we went to Daly's off of Kernan. From there, we went to Publix off of University. From there, we went to Mr. Chubby's out at Ponte Vedra. And then we finished it. We capped it off at the Seawalk Pavilion. So this started at 8, and it started at 8 a.m., ended up at 9 p.m. So it was a long day for your boy, but the adrenaline and the energy, it made it all worth it.
And you had something extraordinary happen even beyond that, correct, with a young fan?
Oh, so Carter was his name, young Carter. And so they heard the promo, they wanted some of the swag, so they drove up all the way from St. Augustine. And where they finally met us at, they missed us, technically. So as I'm driving back to the station, the mom gets my attention, and, she rolls my window. I'm like, all right, cool. What she want? I ain't got no tickets. And she rolled out. She's like, where's y'all's next location going to be? Because we drove all the way from St. Augustine, and we don't want to miss it. Our next hit wasn't going to be till 6:30 p.m.
Oh, wow.
This is around 2:30 p.m. I'm like, and I saw little Carter in the back seat. I was like, nah, y'all just follow me. And so I took him to the station. I was able to hook young Carter up, and, man, that's what it's all about, because he was so polite. He was so appreciative. You should have heard him, the thank yous and the Duvals. It was awesome.
That is fantastic, and great vibes as we go into today. And obviously, E.T., this team, it's been extraordinary what they have been able to accomplish, and it starts with the quarterback. Trevor Lawrence was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Month for December and January this week. What an incredible run for Trevor Lawrence in that span.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah, 105 completions on 165 attempts in that span. Completion percentage of 63.6, 1,371 yards, 113.5 passer rating.
Come on.
That's been a stat that we've really kind of seen Trevor struggle in for much of this season. But, yeah, 113.5, that is glittering. 17 total touchdowns, which included 4 on the ground. He is the first Jaguars quarterback to win that award since Mark Brunell in December of '96, the first overall Jaguar to win AFC Offensive Player of the Month honors since Fred Taylor in December of 2007. Spectacular stuff from Trevor Lawrence.
Trev really stepped it up, man. It was a rocky start, and a lot of people were jumping off like, yeah, no, this is not the guy. And let's be real. These players, they hear that stuff. They hear the chatter. They may not react to it the way that some of us would react, but they hear it. And I don't know if that's what fueled Trevor, but, man, the second half of his season, MVP-like.
It's been incredible. Trevor was asked earlier this week when he met with reporters if he feels vindicated now that people are praising his play.
Not really. I mean, I just think I've said it a bunch. I mean, it just gives you perspective. always had confidence in who I am, and I just try to go to work every day and get better. And I know in my career haven't always played my best every single Sunday, and that's part of growing and learning and evolving. And there's some growing pains, and there's some things that you got to go through. And I just think I have a better perspective through all of it. And at the end of the day, I just want to keep getting better. And that's, people can say what they want now, all the good stuff, and I don't really care about any of that either. I just want to keep getting better and keep finding ways to win.
And we know that Trevor Lawrence can shine in this stage. He's done it before, staged the epic comeback against the Chargers here a few years ago. So hopefully Trevor Lawrence continues to be dialed in today against the Bills.
It's going to take Trevor to be dialed in because we got a tough matchup. They've been hyping up the Bills. They've been hyping this up as their Super Bowl. Oh, there's no Patrick Mahomes. Oh, there's no Lamar Jackson or anybody. This is Josh Allen's day. Nah, Trevor's still in the way, man. We got King Kong, my boy.
That's right. Well said. Cam Little also received AFC Special Teams Player of the Month honors. So it was a big week in the Jaguars locker room in terms of accolades in regards to that. Cam Little obviously having an incredible year with the two longest field goals in league history. Unbelievable stuff. We'll see if maybe it comes down to Cam Little's leg today. Let's look at it from the Bills' standpoint. Obviously, it starts with Josh Allen, the reigning MVP in the league. Josh Allen having another outstanding year, particularly considering the weapons around him probably aren't as strong as they've been in previous years. But obviously, he's an incredible player with what he's able to do, both throwing it and as a runner, 14 rushing touchdowns. Liam Cohen met with reporters earlier this week and talked about the strain Josh Allen will put on the Jaguar defense.
The ultimate strain is what it is, right? Because you're dual threat. You have to defend the run and the pass every time the ball is snapped, right? It's not as if you can just tee off on a guy like that, knowing, man, well, he can't really move, so you can just go play two-man or go do these things. Your rush plan has to be extremely dialed in. Your spy game has to be dialed in if you're going to do any of that stuff. Your zone coverage has got to make sure that you're giving eyes, obviously, on the quarterback at all times. And look, when you have to account for the quarterback every play, we have a luxury of that as well in ways where quarterback can take off on you. It's hard to defend every blade of grass.
Without a doubt, and the Bills not only have Josh Allen, they also have the league's rushing champion, James Cook, with an outstanding season, over 1,600 yards on the ground. So Buffalo really has a dynamic 1-2 punch in that backfield. Liam Cohen talked about the skill set that James Cook brings to that Bills attack.
Slippery, elusive, smooth. He's just has a great feel for mid-zone, for the zone game, and the press combinations, and then just like he has such a great feel. And then duo, like if you collapse it all, he's fast enough to bounce it and go one-on-one with a corner that's got a crack replace, and he's fast enough to run around the edge and make that guy miss. I mean, the run against the Browns, that has been all over the place. I mean, it was ridiculous. They had two guys unblocked in the hole, and he just makes them both miss, and he's off to the races. And they use him a lot in the pass game as well.
I mean, Josh Allen, James Cook, that's where it has to start for the Jaguars to win this game, containing those two elite players.
Absolutely. I like where Coach Cohen hit him with the doo-doo, but the lucky thing about us is, they're offensive juggernauts, but you know what the saying is, offense wins games, defense wins championships. Let's not forget, we got the number one rushing defense. That's what they're good at. So I'll take our defense against their rushing offense any day.
That's an outstanding point. It is a strength versus strength in this game. Buffalo tops the NFL in rushing yards per game at 159.6. The Jaguars counter with the league's top run defense. They only allow 85.6 yards a game. We'll look at this game from a lot of different angles today, but really it comes down to that. I think if the Jaguars hold the Bills to 120 yards on the ground or less, they will win the game. If Buffalo is able to get over 120 yards, I think the Bills will take it. So to me, that is the magic number to watch out for. Defensive coordinator for the Jaguars, Anthony Campanile, has done such an outstanding job this season, and he talked about going up against the league's best rushing offense, as again he boasts the league's top rushing defense.
I think it's just an opportunity for us to play with technique, and do our job. That's kind of the way we're looking at it. That's the way the guys in the room are looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. They challenge you in so many ways with their run game. They make everybody tackle. They do a really good job in their combinations, do a good job playing with their hands as an offensive line. Really, everybody, I would say. I think their perimeter does a very good job blocking. And that's generated a lot of the big runs for them down the field, even in the screen game. You know, they've which are an extension of the run game. They've done a great job on the perimeter blocking. So it's a challenge at every level of the defense. And the running back obviously is elite. I think he does a tremendous job. Cook does a tremendous job of finding cracks. You know, you look at some of the stuff on tape and there's nowhere to go, and he pops through there. So he's an elite back, and obviously the quarterback's an elite runner as well. But they have a bunch of good backs, you know. So they've really given everybody fits this point in the season in the run game. So it's a great challenge for us.
Yeah, without a doubt. So lots to get to coming up on the Terminix Kickoff Show. Again, you'll hear from Foyer Oluokun, Parker Washington, Brenton Strange, and Antonio Johnson. Interviews conducted earlier this week in the locker room. We will hear from Frank Frangie in our next segment, voice of the Jaguars and host of the Frangie Show. And we'll talk Bills at 9 a.m. with Buffalo News Bills beat writer Lance Lysowski. So lots of good stuff coming up. We're excited that you're with us. Come see us here at Tailgaters. Again, it's an outstanding spot. They've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 6, 7 2025 AFC South champions signs up. It gets you really fired up for what could be a spectacular day here in Jacksonville. Yeah, I may have even sold it short. We may be looking at like 9 or 10, ET.
And then don't forget these right here. And I'm sure they're on both sides.
Yeah,
too.
it's pretty awesome. So this is the place to be. We're excited to be here. The weather's not too bad. It's cloudy, a little foggy, but from a temperature standpoint, it's pretty comfortable today. So
absolutely,
yeah, it should be a real fun day. Come say hello to us here at Tailgaters as we get you ready for what should be an outstanding day of football here in Jacksonville. An exciting matchup. The Buffalo Bills coming to town to face the Jacksonville Jaguars for a berth in the divisional round of the playoffs at stake. You were listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and the cooler weather is upon us. Folks, it's the perfect time to try the new breakfast sandwich from Dandy Foods. A hearty one, too. A twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. You get the sweet first, then the salty kicks in, and trust me, they are addicting. And you'll find them all at daily stores around town. So the next time you're out and about, stop and get all that deliciousness in less than a minute from Dandy. Just one more reason to go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law. Put a little hot sauce on your lunchtime listening.
Spicy.
Joe Coward, Matt Haynes, and Leon Searcy. They are XL Prime Time.
Or alarm fire.
From the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Instant Keys is turning 25. A quarter century of saving the day when your keys mysteriously vanish. Seriously, it was just in my pocket. Or when that remote fob decides to quit working.
The dealership is such a hassle.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, house keys, transponders, re-keys, and even high-tech smart locks. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you for honest, professional locksmith service. Use Instant Keys.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline here with ET, Aaron Williams, and Dylan Denmark. It is our great distinction and honor to be welcomed in by host of the Frangie Show and voice of the Jaguars, Frank Frangie. Frank, we got playoff football. I know you're excited.
I kept waking up last night. Hey, good morning to you and ET. I'm waking up going, it's only 2. I got to go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep, okay? Go back. So I wake up and it's like 4:20. I'm like, I got to get up and pee. Now I got to go back. Now I got to find a way to go back to sleep. So I couldn't sleep last night. I'm excited. It's Christmas morning, man, and I'm excited about it. I know the Jaguar fans are, and they've earned this, and the Jaguar team has earned this, and Shad's earned this, and I can't wait to get down there and call this ball game. It's an exciting time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, tons of matchups that we'll get into today, but obviously the biggest one is the Bills lead the NFL in rushing offense. The Jaguars lead the NFL in rushing defense. So what gives today? Who do you think wins that matchup? And what do the Jaguars have to do to try and slow down that Bills ground attack?
Well, I think the Jags are going to win the matchup, but I don't think it's going to be easy. They're there. James Cook won the rushing title. He had over 1,600 yards. And the problem is Josh Allen added 500 yards. So they run the football well. But it's not traditional, Hayes. This isn't they give it to Derrick Henry 31 times. They give it to Jonathan Taylor 28 times. That's not who they are. What they are is they spread the field, and Josh Allen attacks, and then he gets loose, and then he's outside of the pocket, and then all of a sudden you're worried about that, so then they run a draw play to James Cook. They're they're all over the field. They use the whole field. So I think the way to defend them is, first and foremost, you got to stop the run on first down when they do that. More importantly, just as importantly, you got to keep Josh Allen in that pocket. He cannot, if he's controlling the game from outside of the pocket, running and pointing and scrambling and stopping and running, then you're in trouble. The most important part of this game, to me, is the Jaguars' ability to keep Josh Allen from controlling the game and taking over the game out of the pocket. That, to me, that's how they get all those rushing yards. That's how they get off-schedule passing yards. And stopping him from taking over the game, I think, is the most important part of the game today, Hayes. I really do.
Yeah, Frank, that's very important. Josh Allen, he wears that insignia on his jersey for winning MVP last year. But, Frank, who on the Jaguars would you expect to have a breakout game? Who needs to play well other than, obviously, our quarterback, Trevor Lawrence? But who needs to play well for us to get this dub in this playoff win here in the bank?
I think defensively, E.T., the guys that keep Josh Allen from dominating the game. I think both pass rushers, Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen, because they've got the two hardest jobs. Number one, you got to rush the passer with some fervor, right? You can't overrush and he gets out of there. It's kind of like when you played Bo Nick. It's very similar to that. So I think those two guys. I also think the middle of the defense. I think Foyer Oluokun. I think either Devin Lloyd or Antonio Johnson, whoever's playing most of that kind of will spot in there. They've got to control James Cook. So it's not a game where your cornerbacks have to be great or your safeties have to be great, because I don't think the Bills are great with their weapons. They have two good tight ends. They're good in the middle of the field. So I think those guys. Offensively, it's easy. It's 16, E.T. It's 16. You know, you said other than Trevor, but I mean, look, it's a quarterback league. Of all the reasons the Jags have won 8 games in a row, mostly it's because the AFC Player of the Month has played great for 2 months now. So Trevor's got to have that big game. He's got to be calm. Don't get caught up in the moment. Just keep doing what you're doing. But I think Trevor's got to play well. And I think defensively, the guys that keep Josh Allen from running crazy and controlling the game outside the pocket have to have good games.
If Trevor plays well today in a Jaguars win, do you think he pretty much cements himself in the eyes of everybody that follows the NFL locally and nationally as a top-tier quarterback? Like, he may have a couple bad games here and there, but he will be looked at as a top guy in this league.
I do, and I think there's two parts of that, Hayes. Number one, it's what he's done leading up to this game. If it was just one game and he'd been playing badly, it could look like a fluke. But when you've done it this much in a row, now the buzz has started. A beast. He's been unlocked. He's playing. He's a monster out there. So that narrative now has begun. Well, now everyone's watching. This is a nationally televised game. As big as last week's game was to clinch the division, nobody saw it, right? It was not a lot of people saw it. Only people in our region saw it. The people didn't see it around the nation. They saw the highlights. They know what happened, but they didn't sit there in their recliners and watch it. Well, they're all watching this. All right, this one. Everybody's watching this game now. There's no. I mean, they're all nationally televised games now. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are on the call. Tracy Wolfson on this game. So with everybody watching, with everything he's done leading up to this, which is a big part of this, now you're head-to-head with the reigning MVP. And let's be honest, other than Matt Stafford, the narrative is there's 2 quarterbacks left in this thing, right? Mahomes isn't there. Lamar's not there. Joe Burrow's not there. It's Matt Stafford and Josh Allen. A lot of people think they're going to meet for the championship. Well, if you knock one of those guys out, well, then you're the one standing. So to your question, because of what he's done so far and leading up to this, and now a game with everybody watching, you better believe you beat Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence will get all the due he really does deserve. He really will.
Frankie, I've loved watching this defense play this year, especially the secondary, from Jordan Lewis to Eric Murray, even Dewey balled out. But there's 3 young pit bulls that's been playing out of their minds, and that's Jarian Jones, Antonio Johnson, and Buster. Frank, what has changed their game this year? What has changed from last year to this year?
I think the big thing, E.T., is Anthony Campanile did what fits these guys. They're a zone team. They are, for people that don't follow it closely, man-to-man teams, you play, and by the way, everybody plays a little bit of both. No one does one exclusively. But they're primarily a zone team. A man-to-man team, you play the guy right up on the line of scrimmage, is press coverage, and then you turn around and run with him. So your back's to the quarterback, you just got to blanket the guy. A zone team, you play a little more often, you play a little deeper, you play your zone of the field rather than covering one man. And because of that, you're backpedaling and watching the quarterback the whole time. Well, that's what these guys are good at. Buster Brown is a very good zone corner. I don't know that he'd be a great cover corner for the press man. Jarian Jones is a little more physical. He's a guy that can play inside and outside. And Antonio Johnson may be one of the most talented guys on the field. But it's a defense that they all know how to play. It's a zone principles where you're watching the quarterback and backing up and keeping everything in front of you. And that's why they're getting all the takeaways. It's easier to get a takeaway if you're watching the quarterback throw it, right? And I think that's what's happening with this team. So the system fits them. The other part of that, DT, is they're good players. I mean, credit the players, too. They knew what they were doing when they went and got these guys. That's 3 good players. Everybody expected Antonio Johnson to be really good despite going in the 5th round. Jarian Jones, you knew you had was Montarius Brown, but the bottom line is he's a 7th-round draft pick. He's a pretty good player. So those 3 guys, among many others, are playing in a system that works for them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Frank, the only real injury of note that we'll monitor in the hours leading up to the game is Cole Van Lanen. Obviously, we won't find out anything official until the inactives come out at 11:30. Cole, battling through a knee injury, was able to practice at least in limited fashion on Friday. Do you think Cole Van Lanen is able to give it a go today?
No one's going to know that till we get to the game. I don't think Cole knows it. I think he's going to go stretch it out. I'm guessing he's going to play because he's a tough guy now, Hayes. So I'm guessing Cole Van Lanen will play and will be the left tackle today. And that's important. Listen, Joey Bosa is not what he once was, but he's still Joey Bosa. Greg Rousseau is their best pass rusher. He's had a nice season. So the ends are good. So you got to have your tackles. My guess is Cole Van Lanen will play. Here's the other thing. What they've done a marvelous job of is building depth. So right now, it looks like Patrick McCary is healthy to be the right guard. So Walker Little's not going to have to play there. So the beauty, now you've got 6 legitimately good linemen, right? So if Cole Van Lanen can't play, Walker Little goes back over there, and he's played it all year, so he's fine. The beauty of that is this isn't oh, my God, if your guy can't play, what do you do now? You don't have anyone that's played over there. Walker Little's played more left tackle than Cole Van Lanen has this year. So the beauty of this is you've got 2 options, 2 healthy options there. My guess is, Hayes, that Cole's going to play. He's just a tough guy. And again, I don't think he knows yet. I don't think anybody knows. I think my guess is he probably tested it a little bit yesterday. He probably tested it this morning before he got to the stadium. He's probably going to test it when he gets there. So it's a wild guess. But I'm guessing they're going to have their left tackle, Cole Van Lanen.
Travis Etienne hasn't rushed for 100 yards since about week 4 when we played San Fran. But he started off the season strong. Frank, do you think that this will be a game for Travis to break that slump per se, or do you see Liam Cohen continue to dial it up with the play of our quarterback?
Well, both. The answer is both. That's an easy cop-out answer. You got to do what you've been doing, and Trevor Lawrence has been controlling these games. So do I think Travis Etienne's going to have a 100-yard rushing game? Not necessarily. Now, the Bills aren't great against the run. They're very good against the pass. People can run on them. But, no, I think Travis is going to have the kind of game he's been having. He's affecting games. One game he had 3 touchdown catches or something like that, right? So he's affecting games without rushing for 100 yards. I think they've evolved in that's who they are. They had a lot of 100-yard games early in the season. People weren't sure what they were. They found out pretty quick this is a running team. So I think teams have adjusted how they defend the Jaguars, and the Jags have had to counter-adjust how they play. I think what you're seeing now is what you got, what you've seen these last. So I don't expect Travis Etienne to have a 100-yard game today. But I do expect him to have one of those effective games where he rushes it 17 times for 72 yards and catches a bunch of passes and scores a couple touchdowns. I think it's that kind of game for Travis. So I think he's rushing for 100, not necessarily. So I think he's going to affect the game in a very positive way, without a doubt. He has been, and he's had a great year. He's had a great year, and I think he'll continue to have a good year.
Frank, how do you think the Jaguar defense will match up against the Bills' tight ends?
Well, the big key, back to the first, I sound like a broken record, Hayes, but a lot of that is does Josh Allen stay in the pocket? If Josh Allen stays in the pocket, the tight ends might catch a lot of passes because that's his safety valve, right? That's his security blanket. That's his check down. Both those guys are pretty good now. I mean, we talk a lot about Dalton Kincaid because he's been talked about so much. He's a first-round draft pick. But Dawson Knox is pretty good too now. They're both pretty good players. So, but the key to that is, if he's scrambling around and buying time, then everybody hurts you. Both tight ends hurt you. Khalil Shakir hurt you. They all hurt you. But if you keep him in the pocket, it's kind of weird. They might catch more balls, Hayes, if you keep Josh Allen in the pocket, but they're 7-yard checkdowns. They're not going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars with 7-yard checkdowns. I'm just telling you. They're going to have to make some explosive plays to beat the Jaguars today. So I'm not worried about total catches. In my mind, I'm not worried about total catches for Kincaid and Knox. I'm worried about explosive plays, whether it's them, whether it's Shakir, whether it's James Cook. Keep the explosives to a minimum, and the Jags win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Frank E.T. was telling us about his Friday connecting with all the fans around town at several different stops. What's it been like for you? What's it been like seeing the city come alive for this game? Because certainly we had a fun Frangie show out at the Tamaya Island Wings on Friday.
You know what, Hayes? I think that's the best. I'm glad you asked that. And I heard E.T. talking about his awesome Friday, and thank you, E.T., for spending all that time. E.T. had a long day Friday and never flinched because he never does. So, E.T., we appreciate that, bro. But I can tell you, Hayes, I've seen it everywhere. I've seen it. We saw it Friday because we did a live show from Island Wing Company, and Mayor Donna Deegan came by, and we gave away a bunch of T-shirts, and the place was packed, and the Duvals were going fast and furiously throughout the joint, and that was awesome. But Hayes, you've seen it all over town. I played golf yesterday, and all anybody at the golf course could talk about was the Jaguars at the game. And what do you think? I must have talked more times with more people at a golf course about a football game than I think I ever have. I see it in town. You see it when you walk into Target, man. You see it when you go put gas in your car. This city is electric, and I think it's for a multitude of reasons. Number one, we haven't hosted all that many playoff games. I love this team. We love the brand. We love the Jaguars. We love who the Jaguars are. But I think specifically, Hayes, we love this specific team. Everybody's so excited about Trevor's emergence. Everyone's so excited about that defense, what they've done, all the shots of Liam after these games. So I think people are in love with this team, man, who they are. The fact we're hosting a playoff game, this is as on fire as I have seen this city in a long, long time. 22 was fun, but it's more than 22. 17 was magical, but it's different than 17. This is as on fire as I've seen it. You and I have talked about this. You see it all over town, wherever you go, whoever you talk to. I mean, I'm telling you, I wouldn't kid you. I kept waking up last night. I can't wait to get dressed. I'm coming down to the ballpark. I'm coming early, you know. I just think it's one of those days, and you don't get that many of these, so embrace this thing, and I think Jacksonville really has. I really, really believe that, and it's a glorious day for our city. It truly is.
Yeah, absolutely. How does the game play out, and who do you like?
I think the Jags are going to win. I think it's going to be the hardest game. Excuse me, of the post. I told you that. I think it's going to be the hardest game of the postseason. I think it's. Look, Josh Allen is legit. You don't wear to ET's point. You don't wear that MVP patch on your shirt if you're not pretty goddamn legit. He's legit. James Cook is legit. They're an experienced playoff team that is accustomed to being there, so they are a tough out. I think this will be the hardest postseason. If the Jags run through the postseason, we'll see if they do or not. But I think if they do, we'll look back and say this game was the hardest one. I'm not going to say it's the most important one because they're all most important because they're all elimination games, right? So they're all equally important. But I think this will be the hardest of those. I think the Jags are going to beat the Bills. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think there's going to be explosive plays on both sides. Both quarterbacks come in playing great. They both have really good running backs. They both have good plans. They both have something they do great defensively. You know, you got a great deep pass defense. One's got a great run defense. I think it's an explosive game. The Jags are proven, hey, they're going to score 23, 25 points in every game. So I think this is a high-scoring one. This is 35-31. This is 34-28. I think it's that kind of game. I think the Jags have the better team. I think they've got the quarterback who's playing better, and I think the Jags are going to beat the Buffalo Bills today and move on to the second round of the playoffs in a wild offensive game that we're going to be talking about for a long, long time. Those are my expectations.
Talk that talk, Frank. Talk that talk, Frank.
That's what I think.
Outstanding.
I think we win this one.
Yeah.
I think I'm so excited, and I believe that, and I think it's going to be a glorious day here on the East Coast.
Absolutely. Frank, thank you so much for your time and your insights. Have a wonderful call today, and we certainly appreciate voice of the Jaguars and host of the Frangie Show, Frank Frangie, always kind enough to join us on the Terminix Kickoff Show. Frank, have a wonderful call.
All right, fellas. Thank you. Enjoy the game. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, let's go inside the locker room. You'll hear from middle linebacker Foyer Oluokun and receiver.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2026 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to stop and just say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming in and giving us the chance to help. You see, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry, but at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods. Their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores, and we wish each of you a happy new year.
Whether it's a mopped floor, a spilled drink, or even a few drops of rain, a slippery situation at a store or business can cause a dangerous slip and fall. If you've suffered injuries in a slip and fall, call Foyer Oluokun. Our team of investigators will examine the facts to determine if the business was negligent. When it comes to slip and fall cases, the burden of proof is on the injury victim, so contact us right away. When you fall hard, we fight harder. Foyer Oluokun, Jacksonville.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2026 with a peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year's deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Former Jags middle linebacker Tom McManus brings some grit to the ladies of helmets and heels.
You do it as tough as it is possible to do.
Tommy, Lauren, and Taylor.
Backed by Green Law Group. Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family, we can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullarita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is family-owned and delivers fast, reliable service. Save thousands by restoring your cast iron pipes instead of replacing them. Visit SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com today.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret: Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Dailies and make yours a dandy today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Getting game day underway. Live from Tailgaters Parking.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline here with E.T., Aaron Williams, and Dylan Denmark. Let's go inside the locker room, and we'll hear from Foyer Oluokun, the Jaguars' leading tackler by 60, E.T. He's got 140, just far and away the leading tackler for the Jaguars this season. Again, what a reliable player. What's it been like for you seeing Foyer Oluokun's work this year?
Man, listen, I'm a big fan of Foyer every year. Ever since we got him, We acquired him in free agency from Atlanta.
That's right.
I would always say, man, hey, he does it every year. He's consistent. He's probably the most underappreciated player in the NFL, but I'm glad we got him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great point. He's incredibly underrated. Liam Cohen met with reporters on Friday and talked about how critical Foyer Oluokun is to the defense.
Critical, the communication, his understanding of the game plan. He takes the defense through a bunch of calls before we get to Sunday. They do multiple film session meetings that Foyer's taking the guys through, calls versus looks when they're watching tape, and they start to anticipate, some of those calls and what they can do within those roles and within those calls. And then the energy that he plays with on Sunday. And, you have so many of the clips that we show our guys of him, laughing, cackling on the field, just like hooting and hollering, having a blast. That's infectious. And the way that he continues to lead our group. The guy carries around tape in his pocket. Like literally has a roll of tape in his pocket at all times. He just carries it around here, and he'll start taping something up before we go out to practice, and he's ready to go. So a bit of a throwback that way in the way that he prepares, the way that he plays on Sundays. It's really fun to watch him play football.
Yeah, an excellent player, excellent leader. And to your point, E.T., one of the most underrated players in the NFL. I totally agree with you. I had a chance to catch up with Foyer earlier this week in the locker room, and here's that interview. We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars middle linebacker Foyer Oluokun here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now that we've gotten to the end of the regular season, over 140 tackles, again, another outstanding season for you, Foyer. How did you think it went?
I was growing every week. New coordinator, new teammates a little bit, but we had a goal to just get better and better every week. So I'm happy. I think we, myself and the team, we all got better, more comfortable in our roles and in our assignments and stuff. Understanding how our teammates are playing, so you saw us just get better as the year went on. So obviously we gifted ourselves the opportunity to keep playing with these boys, so I want to keep getting better for them.
How much did the achievement of being the top run defense in the NFL, how much did that mean to you?
I wanted to win these games, so I think that was what was required to win games, keep people out of running the ball and stuff, and try to attack through the air. Then we had a lot of takeaways because of it. So it was just a way to win games, and everybody kind of playing 11 as one. That's how to really do it. Like everybody kind of owned their gaps, got shut it and got to the ball. A lot of gang tackling. So I was just very, very happy to play well as a team.
How much did Devon Hamilton contribute to that?
He's best in the league. You see him week in, week out. When he gets a single, he's dominating, taking on double teams when it's necessary. And then the extra effort he's given on stretch plays and stuff, like even when the ball not, seeing somebody like him do that, everybody's kind of feeding off of that as well. And that's just how we're playing as a defense right now.
What stands out when you watch James Cook?
Fast. He running like his brother, man. I was blessed to play his brother earlier in my career, and he's running very slippery, very slashy, but he can bounce it. Very elusive, strong runner, fast. So gets the ball in space and goes with it. So hell of a player. It's our job to stop him.
How much do you communicate to the young guys? Look, Josh Allen may do some stuff. He may extend a play, make something happen out of nothing, but we just got to move on if that happens.
Yeah, that's just playoff football. It's our plays to execute first quarter, last quarter. Obviously, they're going to try to do what they can to combat our defenses and stuff, and that's one of his strengths, getting out the pocket, running around, making something happen. So we're going to try to not have him do that, and I'm not going to ever, concede that. But if that does happen, try to combat the next play and find out what we can do to stop that from happening.
Foyer Antonio Johnson with 5 interceptions. What kind of growth did you see out of that young man this year?
It's all about communication and being in the right spots and stuff, and that way you're able to anticipate plays. When the game slows down for him, he's a hell of an athlete and stuff. So really just the growth of becoming, understanding the scheme and understanding what he's supposed to be doing, and understanding how all defenses attack our defense. When that ball in the air, he's a hell of a player. So it's really just the pre-snap stuff and the communication, being trustworthy to himself, and now he's able to flourish.
Kincaid and Knox give Buffalo, a pretty good group at tight end. What stands out when you watch those guys on film?
Just dynamic, can do many things at the tight end position, split out as receivers or kind of hide in there in the core block and then slip out. Good run after the catch, good route running and themselves. So matchup problems, really. Yeah, they're all around great players, good tight ends, and it's our job to stop them.
How much are you looking forward just to the environment, playoff football here Sunday in Jacksonville?
It's fun. I think the best part about this team is that it don't really feel, it is the playoffs obviously, but it's the next week for us, and it just feels like we right back to work as if it was a regular season. Obviously the stakes are high and everything, but we're just attacking it how we've been doing the whole season and taking the game how we've done during this whole run. There's nothing much else to it. Just execute along the other team executes.
Foyer Oluokun, thank you so much for your time. Always enjoy speaking with you, and you're always very gracious. So thank you so much. Best of luck to you on Sunday.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I really enjoy catching up with Foyer Oluokun every few weeks, and big time performance expected today out of Foyer Oluokun, a very consistent performer. Another guy that's become a consistent performer, one of the biggest breakout stories of this season. Parker Washington's been incredible. What's it been like watching his game?
Man, Parker's one of those guys, like, every time he gets the ball, something great can happen. And he came from a long way, man. He was at one point fourth, maybe fifth receiver on the team, and now he's leading your Jacksonville Jaguars in yards. And he's been incredible, not just on offense, but special teams. He get that ball, it might be some fireworks.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a big X factor because
Absolutely.
he's become such a great receiver. We forget this is a guy that's taken 2 punt returns back for
one
touchdowns,
of them got called back.
and one of them got called. He really should have 3, and that could absolutely be the kind of play that changes the dynamic of this playoff game.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
It's going to be a lot of fun watching Parker Washington and his growth into the future. But what an outstanding player he's been this season for the Jaguars. Had a chance to catch up with Parker earlier this week, and here is that interview. We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars receiver Parker Washington here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. It's great to see you. How you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing great. It's been so much fun watching you this season, Parker. What elements of your game are you especially pleased with right now?
Just making plays when my numbers call. I feel like I've gotten a little bit more opportunity, and these last couple of weeks just been able to showcase that. I feel like just most pleased with just seeing that, the work pays off. You just got to keep going, keep having fun, and keep attacking each day.
Obviously, huge opportunity Sunday. What stands out about Buffalo? They've got some pretty good pass defense numbers, but what stands out when you watch them on film?
There's just a team that's going to rally to the ball. There's a defense that they've been running for a while, so they're real comfortable with that, and they do a good job at running their defense. So it's a lot of film, but, just the opportunity to know that these guys know what they're doing. So we got to be on top of our game, eliminate mistakes, and just control our controllables, and we'll have some fun.
Have there been any defense that you've seen this season that is similar to what Buffalo will throw?
I feel like the most important thing is just, great teams. They all have similar defenses of just swarming to the ball, physical, discipline, and I feel like that's the main thing that sticks out. We can go into coverages and stuff like that, but I feel like if you just look at the best teams, their defenses, they all have similarities in that fashion. So we'll definitely see that, and we just got to be ready for the opportunity and challenge and be ready to roll.
When you prep for the week, is there a certain meeting that you look forward to the most, that helps you the most in terms of getting ready for game day?
I feel like the best meetings is with with Trevor, when we get time to talk about routes, and that can be in a meeting, that can be on the practice field, but just continue to get on the same page so we know where we're going to be at on game day and be on the same page. It's not new when we get out there. So I feel like that's the most important thing for my process, is just having Trev's back and him knowing that I'm going to be in the spot that I'm supposed to be in.
How is that communication elevated between you and Trevor throughout this season?
It became much more clear. It's just been easy to communicate, getting on the same page, and he trusts me to make some plays for him, and it's been cool to make those plays for him as well. So I'm excited. It's just cool to continue to build that relationship. It's been helping us on Sundays. We're still missing on a couple plays here and there, but even when we talk, I'm like, it's gonna come. We just gotta continue to get that time, and hopefully we can. I feel like for me, a big goal is being able to start an off season knowing that I'll be one of his guys.
Yeah, without a doubt. And in the
the whole room has really stepped up. What's it been like being a part of this? Because it seems like you guys have an incredible closeness.
Definitely. I feel like I tell Jacoby every day, I'm like, man, I'm just grateful to be able to walk in here and see you every day and get to work with you. And he laughs. He said, nah, that's you. But it's just really cool to see that and have that. Because it just makes it that much easier to go out there and do our job. And the closer you are as a team, I mean, just simple math, the better the team will be.
How much did all the work you did in the off season, how much did it help you be, physically able to get through the season and still be, playing at a high level come playoff time?
Definitely. It was everything. That's what you train for. Me and my trainer, we always talk about we got to be ready to go 18 weeks. And we don't say 18 weeks. We say about 20, 25, including preseason all the way through. So we just train that way. And that's the mindset. And then, the best part about it is we're still trying to find ways to better that process. So we're never going to be satisfied with it. And I feel like that's the best part. And we're going to continue to attack that process. And I feel like for me, what I like to say, the best is yet to come. I'm nowhere near where I feel I can take this, so I'm just excited to keep going.
Does it help that it's a Sunday at 1 kickoff, staying in a routine, and because obviously it's been the time that you guys have played the majority of your games?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you got that familiar feel of what it can look like. And yes, it's a playoff game, bigger game, but it's just the next game. And we've been playing football for so long. So yes, we can put all the hype on it. It's a hyped up game, but it's just another football game. Let's go out there and have fun, do what we do, and just be us.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck to you Sunday, and congratulations on all your success. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Parker Washington, great guy, great player, and he really could be a big factor today in the Jaguars' win.
We don't win 13 games without Parker Washington this year, but you can say that about a lot of the impact players, but especially Parker. Shout out to Jacoby, because whenever he came here, it seems like it added another shift in speed.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be clear, Parker Washington was balling before Jacoby got here.
Yeah.
We did a list of rankings on the drill on it. Besides Trevor Lawrence, who would be your MVP?
Mm-hmm.
Parker Washington was my number one guy.
I think it's a great choice. Pretty healthy team for the Jaguars, but, not so much maybe on the Buffalo side. Dylan, please fire up that injury report for us.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah present this injury update. Farah and Farah,
Jacksonville,
exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Pretty outstanding injury report, really, for the Jaguars in terms of, looking at it. The guys that are, obviously Jordan Lewis on IR and things like that. But in terms of guys on the active roster, we'll be keeping an eye on left tackle Cole Van Lanen. He is listed as questionable today with a knee injury sustained in the win over the Titans last week. That's going to be interesting. But again, if Cole Van Lanen can't play, and hopefully he can, but boy, you got to credit the front office because they're equipped to handle it. Because honestly, if he can't play, you're back to your week 1 starting offensive line because Patrick McCary is back from his back ailment. So McCary steps back in at right guard. Walker Little, who was filling in for McCary, would go back to his natural left tackle spot that he lost to Cole Van Lanen. So obviously, when you hear the left tackle may not play, for a lot of teams that would be cataclysmic in terms of the potential disaster. The Jaguars pretty well equipped to handle that. Hopefully Van Lanen will be active, but if he isn't, the Jags in pretty good shape there, I would imagine.
I think he'll be active because this is playoff ball and that adrenaline will kick in. But like you said, man, shout out to the front office because we got a bunch of guys on that O-line could play many different positions, and that's a pro for our Jaguars.
Yeah, without a doubt. On the Buffalo side of things, it's a little dicier. Cornerback Maxwell Hairston will not play today, the first-round corner. His rookie season has been pretty good, but he will not be able to go today. Linebacker Terrell Bernard is out as well. The Bills have been really beaten up in that middle linebacker spot. Receiver Josh Palmer will not play today. He's a good rotational guy, can make some things happen. And safety DeMar Hamlin are out. Defensive tackle Ed Oliver is on IR, so that's a big piece that the Bills haven't had that outstanding defensive tackle. So the Jaguars do not have to worry about him today. So the Bills dealing with more attrition. Again, nothing that probably decimates them, but still dealing with more guys being out than certainly the Jaguars, who may have their full complement if Cole Van Lannon is able to weather through the knee injury. Let's talk a little bit about the AFC playoff preview beyond today here with the Jaguars. Tonight, the Chargers go to the Patriots at 8 o'clock. Now, that's huge. If the Jaguars win today, then if the Chargers can upset the Patriots,
we back at the bank, baby.
Be back home for the divisional round. I think the Patriots win, but I think it's closer to a coin flip game than, well, yeah, the Patriots just have to.
That they did last night.
Yeah,
I fully expect the Chargers to give them a run for their money, man. This is playoff football. This is the most important game in franchise history.
Yeah, without a doubt. And as you look at Monday night, you've got Houston going to Pittsburgh. I think most people believe the Texans, as the road team, are going to come out and continue their win streak and knock out Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. How do you see that game going?
Yeah, Unfortunately, I think Houston is powerful, but again, this is playoff football. Everybody puts their pants on and their pads on the same way. So it's who wants it more? Who wants to play next week?
Yeah, without a doubt. And you said you like the Patriots over the Chargers?
Yeah, I like the Patriots.
I think I do. I think I like the Patriots, and I like the Texans on Monday night, which would send the Jaguars on the road to New England next week, which a game I think the Jaguars can absolutely win. But yeah, we'll certainly be rooting hard for the Chargers tonight, assuming the Jaguars can eliminate the Buffalo Bills at 1 o'clock this afternoon. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, let's get the Buffalo insights. Let's talk from a Bills perspective on the challenges facing that organization going into today's game. You're going to hear from Buffalo News Bills beat writer Lance Lysowski. We will do that next. You are listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret: Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a Dandy today.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores, and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all...
Dream it, we build it. CSS. CSS.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoor Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Instant Keys is turning 25. A quarter century of saving the day when your keys mysteriously vanish.
Seriously, it was just in my pocket.
Or when that remote fob decides to quit working.
The dealership is such a hassle.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, house keys, transponders, re-keys, and even high-tech smart locks. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For honest, professional locksmith service, use Instant Keys.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
There's no way to prepare for the impact an accident makes on your life. That's why we've spent 40 years getting ready for that moment when you need compassion and immediate action. The right doctors, investigators, our team of experienced attorneys, and your free consultation is already in place. So if you've been hurt, remember, the Farah Safety Net is right here to catch you. All you have to do is call Farah and Farah. It's what we built. Jacksonville.
1010XL. 1010XL. WJXL AM and FM. Jacksonville Beach. This is 1010XL.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I've got a challenge for you. Go stand next to your window. You feel a cool draft? Well, then you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that with energy-efficient windows to keep the drafty air out and save you money every month. And how does 0% interest for 60 months sound? Go to PellaJacks.com and schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard about Mike's challenge on 1010XL.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now let's go behind enemy lines. Behind enemy lines. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline here with E.T., Aaron Williams, and Dylan Denmark. Buffalo News Bills beat writer Lance Lysowski kind enough to join us. Lance, thank you so much for your time. First off, how was breakfast with the big fella? Ryan O'Halloran was covering the Buffalo Bills last season. He is now back as the columnist at the Times-Union. Lance, you guys are good friends. How was breakfast?
It was fantastic, man. With the first watch, always a reliable stop when you're traveling around. So good stuff. Looking forward to the game.
Yeah, absolutely, Lance. Lots to get to in this matchup, but let's just start with an intangible going into this game for Buffalo. Obviously, they've won a playoff game, at least one playoff game, the last 5 years, so they've got a great history in this round, but they've struggled on the road, and obviously the ultimate goal for Buffalo is to win a world championship. How much pressure is on the organization, on Coach Sean McDermott, to get it done today here in Jacksonville?
I think there's pressure on everybody, guys. I know that, you hear all the national voices. They're trying to oversimplify this by making about the quarterback or just the coach. It's the coach, it's the general manager, it's the quarterback, it's all the players on defense. I mean, you go back to last offseason, so much of what Brandon Beane, their general manager, did was with the playoffs in mind, positioning this team to give Sean McDermott more options for his defense in particular to get through and get to that big game, which has been the elusive one for them. And it's been a very up and down season. It's been very odd. I mean, Josh Allen at times has not looked like himself. But they're here. Their defense has been a lot better in the second half of this season, and we'll see if their offense can protect the ball in this game, because I think that's going to be one of the keys.
Hey, Lance, Emmanuel with Halloran. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. but we have been dubbed a good team in the small market. Lance, my question to you is what's the tone and the tenor of the people in Buffalo as they travel down to Jacksonville? Because for a long time we've been viewed as a stat game. Oh, we're playing Jacksonville, it's a stat game. I know we're in the playoffs now, but what's the tone and the tenor of the people in Buffalo?
The people who follow other teams around the league closely, and there are quite a few in Buffalo, are respecting the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, this 8-game win streak's not a fluke, guys. You look at the improvement Trevor Lawrence has made, not a fluke. That defense, you guys know, this Jaguars defense is a nasty group that you cannot underestimate. And it was just interesting going around the Bills locker room this week and asking guys, what their thoughts were after watching all the video and doing all their prep. And they know that this is a very difficult opponent that they're about to face. And yeah, nobody's underestimating Jacksonville anymore, guys.
Lance, in terms of Josh Allen, I know he just was in last week for a play to keep the streak, consecutive start streak going, but how healthy do you believe Josh Allen is, and do you think he'll be 100% today?
Hey, that is one of many big questions going into this game. As you pointed out, played one snap last week, but for 2 consecutive games, really, that right foot was bothering him, and it impacted the way that Joe Brady could call the game. It impacted what Josh Allen can do. I mean, so much of his brilliance is making plays out of structure. Tough to do that when you're not trusting your footwork and you're not able to step into throws. I mean, you look at that missed throw on the 2-point conversion and their loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 17. That right there shows you how much it was bothering him. We're about to find out. This is the time of year, especially where you're not able to see much in practice. They gave him rest. He didn't have any, he wasn't limited at all this week. So if we go off the injury report, he's 100%. But otherwise, yeah, let's see how he looks.
We know about Josh Allen, former league MVP. We know about James Cook, current rushing champion. But who are the other guys? Because obviously the Buffalo Bills are a great team, and it's not just them two. Who are the other guys to take note of on that Buffalo Bills roster?
So their tight ends are going to be heavily involved. And, Jacksonville's done a mostly good job bottling up tight ends this year. Really, Brock Bowers is the only one who bit them. But Dalton Kincaid they were 10-1 this season but Dalton Kincaid was healthy and able to finish a game. He is very important to what they do. One of those move tight ends, they like to put him in the slot. If Jacksonville dials up the occasional man coverage play, Josh Allen's going to look for Dalton Kincaid. That is his probably the most trustworthy option in terms of a between the numbers downfield threat. You're going to have schemed up touches for Khalil Shakir, yards after the catch. This offense is designed, guys, for yards after the catch, whether that is screens to Shakir, whether you're getting him going in crossers. They want to get him in open space because he is tough to take down. And then you look at some of their other receiving options. They brought in Brandon Cooks late in the season, guys, and you didn't really know what they were going to get. 12th year in the league, didn't do much in New Orleans under difficult circumstances. He gets his release from there, comes to Buffalo, and he quickly picked up the offense. And you look at that game against the Philadelphia Eagles, Brandon Cooks showed that he can still play. And he's gotten open quite a bit when he's been in the lineup. Had a couple of drops on really difficult downfield throws. He is somebody that Josh Allen's going to look for in this game to keep the Jaguars honest, right? You have to show them that you are a threat to throw the ball downfield. And then I'll give you one other name, and you're familiar with him. It's Gabe Davis. He's healthy now, and I know he struggled here last year for the most part before the injury, but he is somebody that Josh Allen trusts quite a bit. Playing a lot better as he's gotten further away from that injury, and we'll see if Keon Coleman gets how many plays does he get on the field, and if he has the ball thrown his way, can he make plays? This is a talented receiver, guys. Like Keon Coleman, there's a reason why he went high in the second round. Consistency has been his biggest issue, and hey, it's the NFL. If you're not consistent and you're not trustworthy, they're not going to keep you on the field. So if he gets on the field, can he make a difference?
Absolutely. Lance Lysowski, kind enough to join us today. You can follow him at L. Lysowski on social. He does a great job covering the Bills for the Buffalo News. Lance, let's look at the Bills' defense. They've been dealing with some attrition. What do you think is the biggest concern in terms of that today for Sean McDermott's defense?
Yeah, this is tough. I think really, like, I know everybody likes to talk about the run defense because the Bills have been gashed so much in that regard. Really, I think you got to worry. Their top concern right now has to be Trevor Lawrence. And I'm not just talking about Trevor Lawrence in the pocket, but it's when he gets out of the pocket, he makes plays out of structure. Like, that is the one element of a passing game the Bills have struggled with at times. They get hurt by scrambling quarterbacks. They get hurt by guys who can get out of the pocket and find that open receiver in a scramble drill. That if Jacksonville really tries to run the ball a lot, I think that the Bills would really put the ball in Trevor Lawrence's hands and try to beat the Bills with, this team can be gotten by the slot. You can attack the slot against the Bills. Taron Johnson's been good at it. He's been better in the second half of the season, but you can throw on him, their nickel corner, and you can throw on their linebackers and you can throw on their safeties. If I'm Jacksonville, I'm staying away from those boundary corners because I know that there's a lot that was talked about with Tre'Davious White, an older corner, came back to Buffalo this season. Maxwell Harrison, their first-round pick's not going to play in this game, but Tre'Davious White's played pretty darn well the second half of the season. Really, it's the other guys on the second and third level that I bet Liam Cohen, who's a really good schematic coach, is going to be trying to go after.
Lance, how do you think this game goes, and who do you like in the game?
Yeah, I picked the Bills to win by a touchdown, man. I don't feel good about that pick at all. This is going to be a close game. This is, to me, like, I know we had a couple of great games on Saturday. To me, this was the best game of the week. And if you look at these two opponents, I'll stick with the Bills. I don't like to change my mind, but man, I would not be surprised at all if Jacksonville wins this game. And a lot of that, and another piece that I should have mentioned is Buffalo has trouble getting to the quarterback. Like, their pass rush has been non-existent since week 10, and that coincides with Joey Bosa injuring his wrist. He's been okay at times, but he's really dealt with injury the second half of the season. So if they're going to win this game, Greg Rousseau, he is an X factor for the Bills in this game. I'll give him a solid performance to get them a one touchdown win, 34-27 around there. I think we're going to see a lot of points. I think we're going to see a really entertaining football game.
Awesome stuff, Lance. We certainly appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Again, you can read Lance's stuff at the Buffalo News. Follow Lance on social at L. Lysowski. Lance, we certainly appreciate it. Have a wonderful time here in Jacksonville.
Pleasure talking to you guys, man. Hey, nice to meet you. Hopefully talk again sometime down the road. Best of luck.
Yeah, and look forward to seeing you up in the press box in a little bit. That's great stuff from Lance. We certainly appreciate it. When we come back on the Terminix Kickoff Show, let's get it to the keys to the game. You are listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out. You need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand, or the Red Bull Arena. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
It's the Happy Renewal Year sale at Renewal by Andersen. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Finding the right plumber to reline your cast iron pipes doesn't have to be a stressful experience. When you hire Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, you can rest assured you're getting the best in the industry. At Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, we're so confident in our work that we encourage you to get multiple estimates. Look at each company's reviews and check the scope of their pipelining work to make sure it's what you're expecting. But at the end of the day, make the superior choice. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. Request a free estimate at superiorplumbingjax.com.
When someone excels in and out of the classroom, we should celebrate it.
That's why 1010XL brings you the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist's Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Wednesdays on The Frangie Show, tuned up by
The Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're gonna love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Since 1927, Jacksonville has trusted Coil Fencing to protect what matters. And I trust them too. From tough chain link to your commercial project to sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love, Coil does it all. Did you know that Coil can also install, service, and maintain those automatic gates that help protect your neighborhood or business? To schedule a complimentary consultation, visit CoilJax.com. That's COYLE Jax.com. Coil Fencing, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
There's no way to prepare for the impact an accident makes on your life. That's why we've spent 40 years getting ready for that moment when you need compassion and immediate action. The right doctors, investigators, our team of experienced attorneys, and your free consultation is already in place. So if you've been hurt, remember, the Farah safety net is right here to catch you. All you have to do is call Farah and Farah. It's what we built. Jacksonville.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2026 with a peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year's deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the keys to the game. Brought to you by Instant Keys, fast, professional, honest locksmith service.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. Hayes Carline here with E.T., Aaron Williams, and Dylan Denmark. Let's not, we've got some traditions on the Terminix Kickoff Show.
We do.
And one of those traditions is at 9:04, you deliver a Duval. We had, obviously, our guest from Buffalo wanted that segment. So we had to handle that, but we have to get it done.
We got to, man.
It's not 9:04, but rev us up and give us the Duval.
Let's see who in here with me. Let's see. Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Very good. All right. Let's get into our keys to the game. I think the first key is pretty simple. It's just keep calm. It's been a refrain from players. We heard Parker Washington and Foyer Oluokun mention it earlier. But I think a big key is just, yes, it's a playoff game. It's a do or die game. But maintain that it's a football game and nothing more, and you can go get it done. Trevor Lawrence talked about the importance of keeping calm when he met with reporters on Wednesday.
At the end of the day, it's just it's another game. I mean, it's 4 quarters. It's football. I mean, it's what we've been playing, and obviously the stakes are a little bit higher. Whoever loses goes home. I mean, but you can't let that freak you out and play differently or do something different and try to do too much. There's a fine line. You have to prepare the right way and put the work in. like we've been doing, but you also have to keep yourself calm and go out there, and it's just a game. You got to go play and play free and continue to build upon what we've been doing this year and keep getting better every week. I mean, you can't make it bigger than what it is. At the end of the day, we still got to go and execute and play our game, and we know we're a good team. We know Buffalo's a good team too, so it's going to be who plays better on Sunday.
I really think that if you notice a team pressing today, it will be Buffalo more than the Jaguars.
I agree, man. I agree. And like Trev said, man, Buffalo is a good team, but we're a good team too. And now let's show the world. But yeah, I want y'all to keep that same energy, that small market energy, because we're going to keep using that.
Absolutely. Obviously, the biggest key is Josh Allen and not letting him just single-handedly destroy you. You know, Josh Allen's the reigning MVP. He's certainly capable of throwing for three and running for three. He's an extraordinary player, and you have to assume he's going to be close to 100% healthy with the foot injury. He's had a couple of weeks. So if you get a laboring Josh Allen, you know, fantastic. But chances are he is going to be full go today. Stopping Josh Allen, obviously, that is key number one for defensive coordinator Anthony Campanile.
He's elite in the pocket, elite thrower, hard to tackle, you know, obviously, in his career. But a smart guy, too. He's kind of running the show up there, as you know. You know, he gets them into great plays. You know, I think he's got all the skill sets of any elite player in this league at that position, and he makes you stay up late at night to try and get it right. That's for sure.
He is he's an extraordinary talent in this league, one of the best players in this league, obviously, and has had, I think, another incredible season considering his weapons, particularly at receiver, have been largely disappointing. But Josh Allen, he is a threat anytime the ball's in his hands.
And Campanile, he took a defense that was non-existent in sacks and turnovers last year to making us part of the top half. Whatever that man says, do it.
Yes, without a doubt. And the Jaguars have been elite at taking the ball away from the opponent really since the opening game. The Jaguars have 31 on the season, so they have that top-ranked run defense. They're able to force turnovers. Both those things will need to be in high form today for the Jaguars to advance. But a big key is being able to get to Josh Allen and particularly early in the game, see how good that foot looks, see it, you know, how he looks as a as a runner, and that's going to come down to getting after him with the front four. That is something that the Jaguars have been inconsistent with this year. It's going to be a big key to the game. Liam Cohen met with reporters on Wednesday and talked about it. Look, it's huge. The Jaguars front has got to get to Josh Allen.
Huge. Showed some of those examples this morning about, you know, seeing Atlanta and even, you know, just the teams that are able to create a rush with four, and because you need to have eyes in the secondary on him as well, and some of the zones, and making sure that you're changing the picture back there for him and for those, you know, receivers and skill players. So huge test for those guys. I believe they'll be up for the challenge, whether we have to rush with 4, 5, 6, whatever it is. We've got to impact and affect the quarterback in and out of the pocket.
Josh Hines-Allen has had a lot of success in his career against Buffalo and Josh Allen. It'd be great to see Hines-Allen have a vintage performance today.
Oh, man, we all know that we got the better Josh Allen. We all remember the Josh Allen game where we came up victorious 9-6. It was a thriller, but absolutely, man, Josh Allen he's had a lot of success against Josh Hines-Allen has had a lot of success against Josh Allen. Hopefully that success continues today.
Without a doubt. We've mentioned it throughout the show, but Buffalo has two tight ends, Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, that are really capable of hurting opposing defenses and have really helped make up for what's been a lackluster year really for Buffalo's receivers. When you look at the Buffalo tight ends, that is something to certainly keep an eye on today when the Jaguar defense is out there. Liam Cohen talked on Wednesday about those talented tight ends for the Buffalo Bills.
Both Kincaid and Knox are very good football players. Great in the past. They work their tails off in the run game, and they do a nice job of putting them in advantageous matchups in the run game, and they'll get heavy, they'll go jumbo, but still have those tight ends out there. So now you've got bigger people on the grass defensively but they like to maybe spread it out and throw it. So they do a nice job of creating matchups for the tight ends, and they're good players. And there's a trust level you can tell between Josh and those guys. And, obviously we struggled a little bit against Bowers, who's, obviously a lot of people have struggled against him. But I do think that, some of where we're at now, with Antonio and with some of these different packages can help us continue to, defend bigger sets that way, but still have athleticism on the grass and be able to feel comfortable about stopping the run still.
Neither of these guys are Brock Bowers, but they are good players, and this will be a test for the Jaguars. I liked what he said, though, about Antonio Johnson. We're going to talk a lot about Antonio in our final 20 minutes here, but I like the what the Jaguars can throw at Buffalo to try and contain those tight ends today.
Absolutely, because obviously the tight ends are their big boys, so we have to make sure we maintain them and keep a focus on top of James Cook and Josh Allen.
Absolutely. If the Bills do have a receiver that is a concern, it would be Khalil Shakir. He's a possession guy. It's interesting. Only averages 10 yards a catch, which is really putrid for somebody that would be the considered the leading receiver for a club, but nonetheless, particularly on third down, limiting Khalil Shakir will be a big test for the Jaguars today. Anthony Campanile talked about that challenge earlier this week.
He's a guy they move around quite a bit, but he's just so elusive, and in my opinion, he's got great stop-start, and that's what's really challenging about him. So in man-to-man, he's a challenge to cover. And you got to know where he is really every down, because he becomes an issue in terms of them, like you said, moving him around and them trying to get numbers issues in their favor in the run game too.
I think a key offensively for the Jaguars is with the weapons that they have built. It's such an eclectic group. Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Brian Thomas Jr., Brenton Strange, ETN as a receiver has done some really nice things this year. I think the matchup are going to be there for Trevor Lawrence, but identifying those Buffalo safeties, where they're at, their high-level players, that I think is going to be very interesting in this game. Liam Cohen talked on Wednesday about those Bills safeties.
Jordan Poyer, man, I remember 2020, I think he was there when we were playing there, and they were damn good defense. Look, they've been running this similar defense since Coach McDermott's been there, and so they see all the quarters beaters. They see all the 3D beaters. They see all the quarter, half beaters. And Jordan Poyer's seen a lot of football, and he's played a ton of ball. I know he's a leader. He's a communicator back there. And then you see Bishop getting his hands on the ball, making plays, anticipating some of those concepts that they're used to seeing. And you can tell they do a lot of, pass offs and coverages in the back end is pretty tied together. You can tell. I mean, they're number one in pass defense for a reason. And I think those two guys are a big reason why.
I would really try and do a lot of play action today. Buffalo very cognizant of their run defense struggling this year. They're 28th against the run. So use that against them, because I think you want to keep, if you're the Jaguars, you want to keep throwing it. You've got the hottest quarterback in the tournament. You've got an array of receiving weapons that makes it hard for everybody to be covered. If you can utilize that play action and get those safeties and linebackers moving up, really should open up a lot of room for Trevor Lawrence to work in the passing game downfield.
Oh, I love Trev in that play action, man, and they've been running it a lot. Let Trev play. Let's play some football. Let Trev play ball, and I think we'll come out on top.
Absolutely. I think an X factor for the Jaguars in general in this game is safety Antonio Johnson.
Yes.
I mean, he has really come alive. And 5 interceptions on the season. Incredible stuff for a guy that, really wasn't playing much in the first half of the year, but really has an unbelievable skill set as an athlete, can play the slot, can play safety, is physical, but also has incredible speed. And we've really seen him develop over this last month. It's been incredible. Defensive coordinator Anthony Campanile talked about Antonio Johnson's progression earlier this week.
Because he's a big guy, big enough to play on the line of scrimmage, down on the line of scrimmage, like you said. Has really good coverage skills, so he can cover the skill guys and does a good job on tight ends as well. And he's got range when he plays in the post or plays in the half. So His football intelligence is really high, to be honest with you. I think I've said in here before just how hard he's worked, doing the extra stuff, meeting with other guys on the team and coaches. He's really he's improved so much, and he really gives us, to your point, gives us a lot of options with him in the game.
He's really become an interesting chess piece in terms of everywhere they can play him.
He has two important skill sets that you want your safeties to have, and that's range and football IQ. And he's been showing that the past few weeks.
Without a doubt, we're going to hear from Antonio Johnson in our final segment here on the Terminix Kickoff Show. You'll hear from Brenton Strange and Antonio Johnson as we get you ready for the Publix Tailgate Show at the top of the hour with Brian Sexton, JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. But we got work to do. We're going to have our brackish toast of the game in our last segment. You're not excited about that.
Oh, that's my favorite part right there.
Me too. Can't wait. We still have a lot of great stuff to share with you. Coming up on the Terminix Kickoff Show, you are listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
A symphony of sweat, grit, and glory. Dive into the action and live the moments. For play-by-play, it's 1010XL.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Instant Keys is turning 25. A quarter century of saving the day when your keys mysteriously vanish. Seriously, it was just in my pocket. Or when that remote fob decides to quit working.
The dealership is such a hassle.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, house keys, transponders, re-keys, and even high-tech smart locks. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you for honest, professional locksmith service. Use Instant Keys.
New year, new beginnings, and a new roof. Start 2026 with a peace of mind and take advantage of Universal Roof and Contracting's limited time offer. 15% off all roof repairs and replacements. From leaks to full replacements, call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection today. This special New Year's deal ends January 31st. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Northeast Florida's highest-rated residential home electrical contractor is American Electrical, providing unsurpassed quality. Duval, St. Johns, Clay, and Nassau counties. No matter your electrical problem or project, large or small, American Electrical will get it done at a price that's right. High-quality electrician, that's who they are. Trust a company that's been on the First Coast for decades, proudly serving the community while being a big part of the community. Call American Electrical for all your electric needs at 737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
In a motorcycle accident, the details make all the difference.
Was the driver who hit you not paying attention?
Were there hazardous road conditions?
Were there eyewitnesses?
We don't depend on the accident report because it's not admissible in court. We conduct our own investigation.
And we know doctors who can testify to how the injuries will affect you for the rest of your life to try and get you the money that you'll need to take care of yourself. Farah and Farah.
Jacksonville.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I've got a challenge for you. Go stand next to your window. You feel a cool draft? Well, then you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that with energy-efficient windows to keep the drafty air out and save you money every month. And how does 0% interest for 60 months sound? Go to PellaJacks.com and schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard about Mike's Challenge on 1010XL.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WindoWorld wants you to do. WindoWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WindoWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WindoWorld can.
And with Window World, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WindoWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WindoWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WindoWorld, and to top it off, WindoWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WindoWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Window World today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Starting your game day.
The Terminix Kickoff Show.
Live from Tailgaters Parking. Presented by Campione Law and American Electrical Contracting on 1010XL.
Welcome back to the Terminix Kickoff Show. We are having a wonderful time here at Tailgaters. E.T. Man, is this playoff football or what? What a fantastic environment here at Tailgaters. Come and see us. We've got one more segment to go here on the Terminix Kickoff Show, but the party will be going on at Tailgaters all day long, so you definitely want to stop by here and enjoy a libation or two. Wonderful environment here. We certainly appreciate them having us. Is our permanent home on the Terminix Kickoff Show. One segment to go for us before we hand it off to the Publix Tailgate Show at the top of the hour. Let's go back inside the locker room. We're going to hear from tight end Brenton Strange, but before we get to that, I want you to hear from offensive coordinator Grant Udisky, who talked about Strange's improvement this season as an all-around tight end.
He's improved in all areas of the game throughout the course of the year. The one thing I wish maybe we could have done a better job was showcasing some of that talent earlier in the year. I think he's been talented even from the offseason, from the time we got here. Now, it takes time for anybody to learn the system and continue to understand the timing of routes, the spacing of routes, where guys are going to be at certain times, and kind of the little nuances of when a defense plays it this way, I adjust the route slightly at a higher angle, or I dive and go inside of a defender. And he's done a great job continuing to master those nuances. But he's had a lot of ability in the past game in a one-on-one matchup, zone or man, really all year. I think we've just continued to try to build and find our stride at deploying him properly.
I will say, they've had some injuries they've dealt with this year, E.T. The injury to Brenton Strange, I don't know if it affected the offense or the defense. I don't know if a singular injury when he was out for those 4 games affected the team as much as Brenton Strange's. He's been back, and he's been magnificent.
It was definitely noticeable whenever Brenton Strange wasn't in the lineup, because we all laughed. I know I did when Eric Armstead said Brenton Strange was the best tight end in the league. And he's probably not the best, but he's damn good.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great all-around player as well, which makes it very difficult on defenses to know what the Jaguars are up to, because Brenton Strange can do it all. He was kind enough to spend some time with me earlier this week in the Jaguar locker room.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguars tight end Brenton Strange here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, how are you doing? It's great to see you.
It's great to see you as well. I'm doing great.
Outstanding opportunity Sunday. How excited are you, Brenton, for this stage and the chance to advance in the tournament?
Like you said, it's an outstanding opportunity. We're just excited to go out there and play our brand of football and, do what we do and just continue to do what we do and keep coming closer as a team and just keep building.
What were some of the good things that you took out of the Tennessee win?
I feel like offensively, for us, I feel like we kind of started a little shaky, but I always appreciate it when we fight through adversity and we do the things needed to do to continue throughout the game. End up putting 30 points on the game. We had a pick 6 as well, so it was good. Felt like we finished the season strong and we did what we needed to do, and that was take care of business and win the South. So,
how satisfying was it? Houston went on that streak as well, but you guys were able to hold them off and win the division.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about, our preparation and our process. And, I think that we weren't ever really thinking about anybody else. Obviously, they're a great team. They do great things as well. But we knew if we took care of what we had to do, then everything would be fine. So
when you watch Buffalo on film, Brenton, let's start with how they defend the run. What stands out in some areas that, because Buffalo sort of struggled in that area this year, but what are some things that when they are stopping the run, they do well?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. You said they struggled this year, but in the playoffs, it's a game to continue. So it's new in each and every time you advance or whatever it is. So it's a new game, and they're going to come out and they're going to be ready to play. And they have good players on their team. They're talented. They have a lot of veterans. And we're just excited to go out there and just try to do what we do.
How pleasing has it been that all the weapons have rounded into form? You guys have yourself, obviously, Jacoby, Parker, BTJ, ETN has been great, receiving out of the backfield. What's that been like offensively for you guys, rounding into form with all these great array of weapons?
Well, when you got all those really good players, it's hard to cover everybody. So, the love gets spread around, and, we all get an opportunity to go out there and make plays and be who we are. So it's always fun playing with those guys because not only do they do great things for themselves and it makes you want to go harder as a player, but they open up everything for everybody else. So it's been really exciting this year, and I'm excited to continue building.
How proud are you of the offensive line? They've had some attrition that they've had to battle through, but they've been consistent throughout.
Yeah, I'm very proud of those guys. Those guys have worked hard since they came in here, and they kind of set a standard for themselves and who they wanted to be this year. And regardless of who was out there, they've always done a good job this year. A couple games with no sacks, which is super impressive. So super proud of those guys, and we're just going to keep building and keep doing what we do.
Brenton, what areas of your game are you particularly pleased with this time of year?
For me, I really don't ever look back on anything until everything's said and done with. So I'm just going to continue trying to get better at what I want to get better at. And then when it's time to reflect, it'll be time to reflect. But I always just like to go on to the next thing. So that's a hard question for me to ask.
But it seems like you've had a big jump this year. I mean, you've been obviously a good player since you arrived, but and obviously the opportunity with Evan being moved on. But in general, it seems like it's been a really good 3-4 months for you. Is that how you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel like I've had a good season. I feel like, everything I put in the work for it this offseason. I did a lot of things. I worked out twice a day, every single week in the offseason. So, I did the things that I needed to do, and this is just what I expect out of myself. I don't expect anything different. I expect myself to go out there and be a top player in my position. Even when I wasn't playing, I expect myself to perform like that. So it's nothing new. It's just what I do.
How much fun is it playing with Trevor Lawrence?
So much fun, man. And like I was saying earlier, he spreads the love around. He gets everybody their opportunities to make plays, and he does a great job of just being our leader and, leading this football team. And we're 13-4, so he's done a great job this year, and he's just being himself. He's going out there and being Trevor.
Brenton Strange, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Best of luck to you on Sunday.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate Brenton's time, and I think he has a big game today, both as a receiver and a blocker for the Jaguar offense. Let's switch it to the Jaguar defense. We've talked a lot about Antonio Johnson, the talented safety. What a success story he's been in this last month, 6 weeks.
Absolutely, because we drafted him, expecting him to make plays early, and he didn't. We're seeing those results now.
Yeah, without a doubt. Very versatile defender. Antonio Johnson was able to catch up with me earlier this week in the Jaguars locker room, and here's that interview.
We're pleased to be joined with Jaguar safety Antonio Johnson here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Man, it's great to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Just got off the field from practice, and we getting ready for the big game come Sunday.
How much you looking forward to seeing the environment and the fans on Sunday?
I'm looking forward. Being here, coming in 23, just hearing hearing all about the playoff atmosphere here in Jacksonville from 22, so I've been looking for it. But I said this the other day, the fans, they've been doing a great job this season just coming out to the games and showing support. So I'm just really excited to see how they're going to top that.
Congratulations on all your success. What do you think has been some of the keys for you having this big-time breakthrough year?
Honestly, just having a team, coaching staff, teammates that believe in me, allow me to go out there and play free. Give a lot of praise to Coach Kemp and his style of defense and allowing his players to just maximize their abilities in the defense.
You become kind of a cool chess piece that they like to utilize. How much fun has that been to have the kind of the versatility in your role?
I mean, it's been really fun, just being able to play multiple positions and, just being able to, rush and cover, blitz, do all types of things. Like, I feel like that's the ultimate defense dream, just to be able to play every position, and that's pretty much what I do.
What happened on the pick six? When did you know that you had something special?
Oh, man. I caught the ball, and it just seemed like everybody was on one side of the field, so I looked to the other side, and it was like, all I seen was linemen, and I was like, well, I like my chances over there. So once I turned the corner, I pretty much knew it was going to be in the end zone. But it was a cool experience in my first pick six, and it's fun to have it at home.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an amazing play. 5 interceptions on the season. What does that mean to you to be among the league leaders and picks this year?
Man, it means a lot to me, but I know it means a lot to the team as well. Just giving the offense as many opportunities to go down and score. That's what it's all about. Just getting the offense the ball back. And honestly, like I said, it's just not an individual effort. Like the front, a couple of my picks came from Josh deflecting the ball or rushing the quarterback, and he just throwing them up in the air. And just just being in the right spot at the right time. Honestly, just being able to be a ball player.
Antonio, what have the veterans meant to you in the defensive backs room?
Oh, man. Them guys, great. Eric Murray and Jordan Lewis, they came, man, and really just took control of the room, leading us in the right direction, spending extra time with us, watching film with us, being great vets and developing the young talent that's in the room.
The Buffalo tight ends, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, they've got some good talent in that room. What stands out about how Buffalo utilizes their tight ends?
They have tight ends that can go out and pass and block, so not really having too much of a tell on this tight end don't really block. So when he in the game, it's more of a pass. So they do a good job of being balanced, and they good ball players. So we just gonna go out there and do what we do.
How much you looking forward to the challenge of going up against James Cook, the NFL's rush champion?
I mean, we got Travis Etienne, so I see him every day. And we got Toot, so I mean it's gonna be a good game. We know they're gonna want to come out and run the ball, so we're preparing for that, and we just ready to go out there and have fun.
Yeah, you mentioned Etienne in regards to tight end. How much does Brenton Strange help in terms of going up against him?
Oh man, Strange is a great receiver, route runner. Each and every day he come in and he gonna give you something new. So just being able to go, iron sharpening iron with him. When it comes to Sundays, it'd be easy because he's fast. He got great ball skills. Like I said, he's one of the receivers. I mean, not receivers. He's one of the tight ends in the league that can actually run routes. So, it's a good advantage of us to have him when we practice against him.
Absolutely. Antonio Johnson, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on all your success, and best luck to you on Sunday.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I think Antonio Johnson has a big game today. Dylan, let's get it to our favorite part of the Terminix Kickoff show, please, sir.
Now, the Brackish Vodka Toast of the Game. Brackish Vodka, spirit of the sportsman for whatever your sport is.
Chad May is kind enough to join us as he does every
Here we go.
Sunday on the Terminix Kickoff show. What are we making today, my friend?
We are going to make the same thing we've been making this entire streak.
That's right.
The Jack's Rilla shot, the Jack's Rilla drink. But man, we're going to bring it home today.
Quarter right here.
Are you going to
Oh, here we go. That's right. He's had that quarter since what, like October?
Yeah.
I don't think
we ain't lost since I had that quarter.
Are you serious?
I found that quarter right here.
That's right. That's
right.
right.
I tell you what, we haven't done anything different since we started making the stream. I mean, the girls are like, we're gonna put the sodas and everything in the right spot. No one wants to be the reason why.
We've got the brackish elderflower.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Obviously, you can get brackish at any store now. It's all over the place.
Man, it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and they're good partners with us too as well.
I love watching you fix these drinks.
I love drinking them.
Yeah, that part's pretty awesome too.
All right, boys.
All right,
well,
we ready?
Yeah, here we
All
go.
right, cheers to the Jags.
It was always.
Chug, 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 chug.
All right.
Yes!
But you know what we got to do?
It's playoff fever. We got to do it again.
We got to do it again.
Run it back.
We got to run it back.
We got to do it again. And again, come to Tailgaters. By the way, the signage is awesome. You guys have all these AFC South champion signs up to get people fired up.
I tell you,
it looks gorgeous, and what a great environment here at Tailgaters.
This city, whenever we're football team is good,
it's unbelievable.
It's electric.
It is.
It's
crazy,
crazy.
ain't it?
I mean, I've got people coming up, man, and excited.
You can feel it. You see everybody in their Jags gear. Everybody lined up around the bar, man.
We
it's
got
beautiful.
the shot ski.
Shot ski.
The Buffalo Bills have a problem today.
Very big one today.
All right, let's do
All right,
it.
here, I'll bring it up.
Here we go.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Duval. Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you so much. We are ready. We've got some final thoughts here for you. Dylan Denmark.
Yes, sir.
Kick us off. What happens today? How does the game play out? And who advances in the playoffs?
I think it's going to be the most entertaining game of the playoff weekend. I think the Jags come out on top. The bank is going to be rocking. I don't care how many Bills fans are out there. I saw a lot of Bills Mafia out at the beach bars last night. It don't matter how many fans are going to show up. I like the Jags 30-24 to advance next week.
30-24. Dylan Denmark is in. Aaron Williams, engineer extraordinaire. Who wins the game today?
I said it all week. I said the question was, can the Jaguars defense overcome the Josh Allen heroics? The answer is yes. I'm also with Dylan. 30-24 Jacksonville.
Sounds good. We love that. E.T., you've been soaking up the vibes all week. An extraordinary Friday, connecting with this fan base on an unbelievable level. What happens today, sir, in your mind on this football field?
What happens today is them Jacksonville Jaguars take that belt off. They say, hey, Mr. MVP, bring that ass here. Because them Jacksonville Jaguars going to tap that behind 36-30.
I love it. 36-30. I love it. E.T. is ready. He's got the belt out. I want to say something. I don't think this is our last one of these.
Okay.
I don't think it's our last Terminix Kickoff show of the season.
Okay. So
I think the Jaguars will survive. But just in case, I want to tell all of you guys, thank you so much for all of your contributions to the Kickoff show this season. You've been outstanding to work with. I've really loved it. Thank you to our fans for listening every week. We certainly appreciate it. Aaron Williams, you've done a great job helping us out. John O'Leary was our engineer for about the first half of the season. We appreciate John. Dylan, you've been unbelievable. Thank you so much for everything you've brought to the Kickoff show this season.
Thank you, Hayes.
I don't think we're done. I think the season continues. I like the Jaguars today as well. I like a very high-scoring game. The Bills start slow, and the Jaguars don't. The Jaguars have been outscoring their opponents when you look at the first three quarters of the games by 148 points. I think that trend continues. I think the Jaguars jump out to a lead of big consequence. I think Josh Allen makes some plays in the third, early fourth to get Buffalo back in it. But ultimately, I think the Jaguars pull away. I like the Jaguars 37-27 today. That is going to do it for us. Again, thank you so much for listening throughout the season. We don't feel like we're done. It's been a great Terminix Kickoff show. Thank you to Frank Frangie for joining us. Thank you to Lance Lysowski of the Buffalo News. Obviously, Brenton Strange, Foyer Oluokun, Parker Washington, Antonio Johnson. Thank you to our friends at Tailgaters. Enjoy the game. That's going to do it for us. The Publix Tailgate Show is up next with Brian Sexton, JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Austin Lane. Enjoy the game. Go Jaguars.
It was always the Jags.
That's right, the 1010XL. 92.5 FM. Have a great day, Jaguar fans.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2026 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to stop and just say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming in and giving us the chance to help. You see, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry, but at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods, their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it.